Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Simply Juicy. So in today's video I'll be showing you guys how I made this sumptuous and delicious Ofe Onugbu. Ofe Onugbu is also known as bitter leaf soup. So guys, I'll be showing you step by step on how I made this delicious bitter leaf soup, and it's so simple to make. So guys, if you want to make your bitter leaf soup like a pro, this video is definitely for you. Just get your pen, sit down and get ready to jot down because you will learn a lot from this video. Without wasting much of your time, let's dig into the video. Into my pot I'll be adding my Banga juice. So for those that don't understand what Banga juice is or don't know where this Banga juice is gotten from, Banga juice is gotten from palm fruit. For those of us that know palm fruit, or it is also known as Banga. So when you get the Banga fruit, you will cook and make sure it is soft, then you pound to extract the juice. If you want to know how I extract this juice, can check my previous video. So after adding my Banga juice into my pot, I'll be adding my fish. So after adding the fish, I'll add my bonga fish. So after adding the bonga fish, I'll add my stock fish. In this recipe I use isi okporoko, like it gives it that scent and that extra flavor. Like you can't go wrong using isi okporoko for this recipe. Don't use any other part of stockfish to make this Ofe Onugbu. It has to be head of stockfish, and make sure it is washed properly because sometimes you have some sand in the stockfish head, so make sure it is properly washed. So after adding the head of stockfish, I'll be adding my snail. So in this recipe I use two types of snail. I use the small snail and the big snail as well. So after adding them, I will add my scotch bonnet pepper. Then after adding my scotch bonnet pepper, I will stir them together and allow to cook for about 10 minutes. So guys, in this recipe, do wait to use what is suitable for you. You can use any protein of your choice. You can use what you know will bring out the taste of the soup. So this soup does not have a particular protein you should use apart from the stockfish. When you are making your Ofe Onugbu, you must make sure you use the head of stockfish because it gives it that extra scent and that flavor you are looking for. You cannot go wrong using stockfish head. So make sure when you are following this recipe, do wait to use what I recommend because I've tried it and it works for me. So right now the soup have started boiling. It is time to add the crayfish. So in this recipe you don't have to be selfish with your crayfish. You need to be generous because it requires crayfish because of that extra flavor it gives to the soup. So remember, you are using Banga, and when you are cooking with Banga it requires you to add a lot of crayfish. So I'll be adding my crayfish. After adding the crayfish, I'll add my seasoning cubes. Then after adding the seasoning cube, I'll be adding a pinch of salt. Please, when adding your salt, be careful because you don't want your food to be salty. Then after adding my salt, I will be adding my stock water, my beef stock water. I've already parboiled my beef the previous day because I don't want to have a lot of work at hand in this particular day. So I prep all the ingredients that I'll be using to make this soup a day before the day I made the soup. So I'll be adding my stock water. Then after adding the stock water, I'll stir them together and allow to boil for about 6 to 7 minutes. Now it is time to add my cocoyam. So this is also known as ede. So if you are from the east, you should know what this is. So I'll be adding my ede into my soup. So this cocoyam helps to thicken the soup. As you can see, the soup is a little bit watering. So I'll be adding my cocoyam to thicken it up. So like I said previously, I prep all the ingredients I'll be using to make this soup. So if you still want to know how I process my cocoyam, let me know on the comment section, then I'll do a separate video for that. I'll be adding the cocoyam bit by bit. You don't have to add everything once, just use your spoon or your hands to be cutting them bit by bit into your soup till you are done cutting everything. Then after putting the cocoyam, I will cover them and allow it to boil for about 5 minutes. So for those of us that will be wondering if the cocoyam will melt eventually inside the soup, yes, it will melt. It all depends on how well cooked your cocoyam is and how you pound it. Make sure when you are cooking it, it is well cooked, and when you are pounding, the cocoyam does not have any seed. So you don't have to panic or worry, because the cocoyam will melt automatically inside your soup that you won't even see a particle of it in the soup. Provided the cocoyam is well cooked and well pounded, you don't have to worry. So right now it is time to check on our soup. As you can see, the soup have already started boiling, but you can see the balls of the cocoyam still in the soup. So the thing have not melted fully, but it will melt eventually. But you can see how the soup is becoming thick because the cocoyam have started melting. So now it is time to add my protein. I'll be using red beef for this recipe, but you can use any protein of your choice, as I said earlier. So I'll be adding my protein. Then after adding the protein, I'll stir together. The mistake I made in this soup is to use the small pot. Like, yeah, I was literally praying for the soup not to spill out because the pot wasn't that big enough to contain all the soup, but I still manage it. So I'll stir together. After stirring together, then I'll add a pinch of salt for taste, and also I'll be adding my ogirisi. Ogiri, this is the main cocoa of this soup. In fact, this is the father of this soup. Without ogiri, I don't know what else you are making as bitter leaf soup. So I'll be adding my ogirisi inside my soup. Then after adding, I'll cover and allow to boil. Personally, I'll advise you to mix your ogiri in a bowl with a little water before adding it into your soup, but some people prefer dropping the ogiri directly inside the soup. The reason why I don't advise you to drop it because it takes a lot of time for it to melt. But when you help fasten the process by dissolving the ogiri with a little water before pouring it inside the soup, it guarantees you that the ogiri has already melted eventually. So make sure you dissolve your ogiri first in a bowl with a little water before pouring it inside your soup. So while we wait for the soup to boil, let me reintroduce myself to you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Simply Josie. So if you're just on this channel for the first time, you are highly welcome, and for my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. Thank you for always coming here to support me. Thank you for always watching my videos. So I don't take your love for granted. And for those that are just seeing this channel for the first time, please do wait to click the subscribe button to join the family. And also don't forget to hit the like button and also engage yourself on my comment section. Share the video, because when you share the video, it gets to a larger audience. So many people are looking for this kind of video, so when you share, it helps them to discover it. So guys, just know when you come to this channel, you have one or two things to learn. So here we don't waste time. We always give you value for what you watch and also help you to develop your skills when it comes to cooking. Okay, thank you guys for your support, and know that I love you guys so much and I really appreciate you all. Thank you. So if you know you're just seeing this channel, please do wait to check our previous videos. It is interesting one, and I promise you there's a lot packed up there for you to learn. Okay, so do wait to check our previous videos. Thank you. Right now the soup has already been cooked and we just have a little step away. So right now I'll be adding my another main ingredient, the odogu of the whole soup, because if you don't put this bitter leaf in the soup, it is not bitter leaf. So right now I'll be adding my bitter leaf. As you can see, it is properly washed, guys. Let me tell you, when you get your bitter leaf, there's two ways to eat. It's either you are washing the bitter leaf from the scratch, or you are buying the one that has already been washed from the market and you will rewash it again. The leaf does not need to be that bitter inside the bitter leaf soup, because it is called bitter leaf. It has to be washed properly to remove the bitterness from the leaf. Please, it is called bitter leaf because of the leaf you are using, not because the soup have to be bitter. Let's differentiate that. So don't get it all mixed up. It's either you are washing your bitter leaf, and when you are washing your bitter leaf, there's still another way to eat. You don't have to wash it till the leaf becomes sharp. No, don't wash away all the bitterness from the leaf. You just have to wash it to a reasonable way that someone can eat it without feeling too much bitter from the leaf. But in this soup, you need the slight bitterness. So I don't know how to explain this so that you understand, but all I'm trying to say is, when you are making this soup, it's either you are washing your bitter leaf from the scratch and wash it yourself, or you buy the one that have already been semi-washed from the market and wash it properly before using. So if you still want me to show you how to wash your bitter leaf from the scratch, just comment in the comment section. I'll do a separate video for that. So right now I've added my bitter leaf. As you can see, I'm struggling with the spots. Like, I don't know what I was thinking using the spots, but we shall skate through. So I've added my bitter leaf. As you can see, the soup is coming out so fine. Kai! If you perceive the aroma that is coming from the soup, you will want to start eating it immediately. Like, the aroma is so good. This soup went to Harvard. Like, what is this? So guys, I'll stir for it to boil for about 3 minutes and our soup is ready. Can you see how delicious, how sumptuous the soup is looking? Guys, this recipe is a must try. Do wait to try this recipe, and I'm telling you, you will not regret why you did. Okay, for the non-Igbos, this is bitter leaf soup and it is also known as Ofe Onugbu. So do wait to try this, and I'll tell you, you will never regret it. So right now the soup is ready. See, when I told you that you will not see any particle of the cocoyam, this is what I'm talking about. There is no single sign of cocoyam in the soup, but you can see how the soup is thick. So that is the work of the cocoyam. So guys, thank you for watching. If you've watched up to this point, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, like, share, and also engage yourself on my comment section. Okay, let me know if you will try this recipe, and when you do try it, please do wait to tag me so that I'll see how well the soup came out. Okay, thank you guys, I really do appreciate you guys. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.